Shalom.
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Before we get started, we give our praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
The honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach them well, and peace and love to the elect. Just like the name of this lesson, there's no victory without the battles. So we're going to get into it, get the precept, let the scriptures through the talking, Lord willing, this lesson be edifying to the elect. We get on 2 Ezra 7, start at 56.
Okay, this is 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 56. For while we lived and committed iniquity,
Right, sin, go ahead.
we consider not that we should begin to suffer for it after death.
Like we got to be judged for our sins, you know. The wages of sin is what? Death, you know. Go ahead.
Hey, verse
Keep going.
verse 57. Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle,
Right, this is the condition of the battle. Go ahead.
which man that is born on the earth shall fight.
Right, we got to fight. You know, we got to go through it. Go ahead.
Verse 58. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as you have said.
Right, that if he be overcome, meaning get the victory over it, the conditions of the battles, the temptations, the tribulations, you know. Go ahead.
But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say.
Meaning what? You won. You know. We'll say fight the good fight of faith.
That's
you know?
right.
What the hell with that too? You read that again from the top?
Yeah, this is verse 58. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as you have said.
Right.
But though, if he get the victory,
Right.
he shall receive the thing that I say.
Which is what? Immortality.
Right.
The crown.
Mm-hmm.
You see, everlasting life, salvation.
Right.
But you got to overcome. You got to fight for it.
Yeah.
You see, it says strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So you can't give up.
Yeah.
You know, there's no victory without the battle, man.
Yeah.
And that's how the Lord set it up. Ever since which man is born upon the earth shall fight, man.
Right.
So everybody got to fight, man.
Right. And if I can just add to you, bro, because think about it. If you get overcome, you're not gonna win.
Right.
You're gonna lose, right? You're losing. You're not going to get the crown. If you are overcome, that's why the scripture states, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say, which is what? The kingdom, right? Bless you, bro.
Man, you know what? You can jump up to verse 7. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah, it's there.
All right.
Cause we gotta fight for the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven wasn't just given to Yahushua. He had to fight for it, man. So how much more of us?
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, can I start verse 1?
Go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra 7 and 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said unto me, Up, Ezra, and hear the words that I am come to tell you. Verse 3. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. Verse 4. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river.
Right. Basically a straight gate. You know what it says, Matthew 7 chapter. Those that don't enter in the straight gate shall receive life. But a straight means what? A place of difficulty.
That's
man.
right.
Those
That's
are
right.
the conditions of the battle.
Right.
Go ahead.
And the sea is what? The kingdom of heaven.
Come on.
Right? Verse 5. And to prove it, who then could go into the sea to look on it and to rule it, if he went not through the narrow?
Right. If you go outside and there were you off the path, you know you in the broad, you know, so you're gonna be destroyed. You got it?
When you deal with something narrow, you know, it deals with restrictions. You know, we're fighting this battle, you know, we're heavily restricted because we have standards, man.
Right.
You got one real quick for you, bro.
Go ahead.
Hey, Matthew 7 and 13. Yeah, that's gonna tie it up.
So this thing is, you know, that we're in, that we're part of, and it's a daily battle.
That's right, bro.
You know, you never get a break from it. You know, the thing is just overcoming on a daily basis.
I just Matthew 7, 13. Enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many therefore slaughter, and many there be which go in thereat. Verse 14.
Yep.
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which lead into life.
Which lead on to life, man. You gotta go through the straight gate, the straight and narrow gate. You want on salvation. If you gonna go outside of that, you gonna be destroyed, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Alright. And through that be there and find
But only a few chosen men gonna find that straight and narrow gate, and they're still lit, you know.
Yeah, and that's crazy because life in Greek is Strong's G 2222, and one definition I know by heart: those that are worthy of the names.
Those that are word of the name.
You know.
And what the Lord said in John, I had manifested that names unto the man whom they had given me. Well,
Yeah,
paraphrase.
That's right. So they're going to be conditioned to fight this long battle and to basically keep performing in that straight gate, which is what a position of difficulty.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, because and it's already a pre-made criteria.
Yeah,
And like Howard Shine, he was like, take this cup from me.
damn. Right.
It was already a pre-made criteria that he knew he had to go through.
That's right, bro.
But
That's right.
hey, that's why him and Father didn't respond, because it was already discussed.
That's right.
Like if you become a Navy SEAL or Marine, it's already a preset criteria.
Right, bro.
Like hey, you don't become a Navy SEAL any other way.
Right.
You gotta go through this
Yeah.
path,
It's correct.
this criteria,
Criteria.
then you can be deemed a Navy SEAL.
That's right, bro.
And the same thing to be joint heirs, like we gotta go through this. Ain't no other way to go through it.
That's it, bro.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, I'm back into
Yeah,
it.
you go ahead. Go ahead.
Alright, this is 1 Corinthians 13 and 7. Bear all things,
Mm.
believe all things, hope all things, endure all things.
Endure all things. They you get the 2 Timothy, I endure all things for the elect's sake. You know? Because only the elect go to make it out of this, you know.
Yeah, because when you endure, man, you gotta keep pushing. You get knocked down, you gotta get back up. You know, you get woozy. You know, you may have to hold on to the ropes a little bit, but you still fighting. And you don't quit until Yahweh Shem Shah rings the bell. It was a scene on Rocky. I think old boy had knocked Rocky out. They was actually fighting in the middle of the street. And so old boy had actually started walking off, and Rocky was still on the ground, and he finally got up, and he said to the guy, hey, I didn't hear the bell. And that's the mindset we gotta have. When we get knocked down, you know, we get back up. You keep fighting because you did not hear the bell, man.
Why you not on the chairs yet?
That's right.
You know?
Wait a minute.
I got this 2 Timothy 2 and 11.
It's 10.
10. I'm still like, therefore I endure all things for elect's sakes, that they may also attain salvation, which is in Mashiach Yahushua, with eternal glory.
Right, so endure everything that come upon you. And the scripture said what? Take it cheerfully, man. You know? You go back to this.
Yeah, this is back in 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 5. Who then can go into the sea to look on it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he become into the broad?
Yep, keep going.
Right, verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set on a broad field and is full of all good things.
What's all the good things? The rewards, the perks of the kingdom, right? Go ahead.
The entrance thereof is narrow
Mm-hmm.
and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Right, a dangerous place to fall. The conditions of the balance.
That's straight.
You know, like a tightrope, you know? Go ahead.
That's right. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
Right, so water on this side, fire on this side. So you got to be balanced when you walk that straight and narrow gate. You know, that tightrope, man.
Yep.
You can't be over righteous. You can't, be wicked. You got to be balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And one only path between them both,
Mm-hmm.
even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there once.
Well, only one man. You can't. Let's say work out your own salvation.
I got it.
Trembling. You got it.
I'm going to give it. That's the Spirit. Philippians 2 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
It reads, wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but how much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Well, with fear and trembling, they said, work it out. How can you work? By doing the work.
Hey, that's it.
Being a brother to a brother, praying, do the things that will please unto the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You see, 'cause another man can't save you, man. You see?
And work out in the Greek goes into your own achievements,
Right.
you know, meaning based on your performance,
Kind of.
right?
I got something.
You got some good?
Like this Philippians 3 and 13. Brother, I count not myself to have apprehended, but these one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind.
But forget on things which are behind. Don't worry about the past, you know. Cause keep your eyes on the prize, you know,
That's right.
on what kingdom mind. Go ahead.
And reaching forth into those things which are before.
Right. If I can add, and consistency will keep you motivated when you lose your motivation. So if you got like a curriculum or a structure, you know what I'm saying, or you know like an agenda, you know, and of course, based on the Holy Spirit, if you're predestined, your consistency is going to bring forth your motivation. Because a lot of times you get in the flesh, you kind of be down out a little bit, but just sticking to a spiritual regimen that can inspire your motivation.
Mm-hmm.
At verse 14, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling.
Well, it's the mark, the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Go ahead.
The prize of the high calling of the power in Yahushua Mashiach.
Yeah, can you jump up to verse 7 too?
This is Philippians 3 and 7. Alright? But what things were gained to me, those I count lost for Mashiach.
Keep going.
8, verse 8, yeah, doubtless, I count all things but lost for the excellence of the knowledge of Mashiach Yahushua, our Lord.
Right, he said, I count all things but lost for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahushua Mashiach. So wherever we get, we got to look at it as a loss, man. Because those that lose his life shall save it, right?
Right.
You know?
That's the reason why Apostle Paul was so lively in the spirit, because when you go into that Greek for excellency, it means to become superior within your class.
Right.
So he stayed, like Yasha always talk about, in that spiritual gym a lot. And it showed through his epistles, you know?
That's that like you said, that spiritual regimen, because things, you got different variables that change that we don't have no control over. But that spiritual regimen always keeps us grounded, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
For whom I have suffered the loss of all things and count them but dung.
Like dung is shit, you know? So whatever you lose, hey, look at that shit, man. Because we gonna get it back in the kingdom 100-fold, man. Go ahead.
But I may win Mashiach.
And that's the point, that we may win on my shot. You go to the word win in the Greek, it's like,
Strong's G 2770, Kersdino.
right. And I get straight to the point. It's outline biblical usage 2b. It said to gain anyone an example to win him over to the kingdom of the Most High, to gain one to faith in Yahushua. So we want to win Yahushua, you know. We messed up. It said, with your mind to go astray, so being with tongue, seek the Lord 10 times more. So we got to win Yahushua, man. You know, you want the kingdom of heaven. So everything brought upon you, take cheerfully, man. You know? You go get the second verse, you want? Go ahead.
I got something here. This is the book of Matthew chapter 20, verse 20. Now in the Bible, in this Bible, it has a title for these precepts, and it says, a mother has greatness for her sons. So verse 20, it says, then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him. Worshiping who? Yahushua.
Mm-hmm.
Another cut on this.
That's right.
It says, and he said unto her, what wilt thou? She said unto him, grant these my two sons may sit, the one on thy right hand and the one on the left in thy kingdom. For Yahushua answered and said, ye know not what ye ask, because she was asking for something great, but she didn't understand there's a cup that come with that.
It's a price.
There's a curriculum, like I say, like for you to be a National Guard, you know, there's certain things you go through, and you be basic Army, okay, Air Force. But then when you start getting to the Marines, the SEALs, the Rangers, the high ups, like, okay, you don't understand what you asking for.
Right.
Yeah. And it says, are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They said unto him, we are able. He said unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I'm baptized with, but to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father.
Right.
So you gotta drink. He was telling me, like, look, to even be involved in my government, you gonna have to drink. You shall indeed drink it. You gotta go through it.
You got to.
Because if this is my brother and he's a Marine, I can't become a Marine because he's my brother and he's one. I had to go through what he went through.
That's right.
Then I can receive, that honor
Yeah.
of being that. So y'all shout like, yeah, you gonna drink it that cup.
Yeah.
I got one for you. This Luke 14 and 27. And whosoever do not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciples.
It's that burden.
That's right.
Some brothers' burden might be, loss of family. Some brothers might have to sacrifice their career. Okay. Some brothers, all right, have to sacrifice, status and clout. It's gonna be, everybody has to bear their own burden. Within this ministry, you gotta carry it, man. And that's one thing. When you see people training, a lot of their training goes into, their resistance, overcoming their resistance.
That's right.
It's all about resistance.
Yeah.
So it's something that you got to overcome, that we have to overcome, is their resistance, within this ministry, man.
Yeah, that's something. Hey, this John 15 and 18. If the world hate you, you know they hated me before it hated you.
Right, so the word hate the Lord first. What the Lord said, John 7:7, I testify of it, because the works of are evil. So yeah, the world hate us because we come in the name of Yahweh Shemashah. But it's a blessing though. Go ahead.
Verse 19. If you were of the world would love his own.
Mm-hmm.
But because you're not of the world,
Right.
but I have chosen you out of the world.
See, the Most High has chosen us out of this world, Lord willing, which have many not called, but few are chosen. Lord willing, we are those chosen vessels, the elect number, man. Go ahead.
Therefore the world hated you.
Right, the world hate us because we come in the name of Yahweh, man. We testifying of this evil society, man, because it said what? The whole world lies in wickedness, man. There's more?
Yeah, verse 20. Remember the word that I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord.
Yup.
If they had persecuted me,
You know what? Your house had to fight.
yeah,
So if he had to fight in order to get that kingdom, then we have to fight. It's the same thing.
What it say? Arm yourself likewise.
That's
With
right.
the same mind.
Mindset.
The same mindset, the same mentality, man. Go ahead.
Yeah,
that-
show-
that-
go ahead.
that was him like that cup. He said that cup they wanted, that but his cup was different from the
Yeah.
cup we went through.
Yeah.
You got the highest rank.
That's right.
There you go. There you go.
But we still gonna get that. We still gonna drink that cup, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cup is what? Our cross. Each brother got their own cross, their own cup. They got to go through it. But the Lord said what? He would not put more on you that you can bear, but find a way for you to escape it, man. So we can bear it, man. You see? Whatever thing brought upon you, you got to endure it, man. And plus, you got the cheat code. You pray. You can't, what's it? Cast the burdens back upon it, man. Go ahead.
Yes.
If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
Mm-hmm.
If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
Right.
This is back into Second Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water,
Mm-hmm.
and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there cannot but one man go there at once.
Right, so this is going into the kingdom of heaven.
Mhm.
Symbolic. Go ahead.
If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this
Right, how
inheritance?
should he receive the inheritance? See, he never go through the dangers, the trials and tribulations, man. See, that's the difference between Esau, with his kids. Esau handing everything down to his kids, and you see how his kids treat, with the possessions, man. They just wreck their car, or they're not appreciative of it, man. You see, versus Jake, we gotta work for it, man. Our parents just didn't give us shit. You gotta work for your own, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And when you work for it, you have more. It has more value.
Right.
Instead, like you said, if somebody just gave you something, although it's classified as sacred, but you didn't put no blood, sweat, and tears into it. I just get another, or my parents will give me another one, compared to when you got it, you know what I'm saying, out the mud yourself, the
Yeah.
grinding of prophesying, you know?
Yeah, you cherish it more.
Yeah.
It's like a silver spoon versus a plastic spoon, you know. So
When you go through the grind, you know, it pretty much give you a skill set to maintain it. You know, because you can be handed down something, but if you're not developing a skill set to maintain it, you know, because even you go to the ancient world, a king from their youth up will be taught, okay, on how to maintain a kingdom. You know, like you go to even with Alexander, you know, he was taught by what these Greek philosophers, you know, from a child. Look, he wasn't just given, you know, his father's kingdom. He had to be groomed up on how to maintain, learn how the earth works. You know, we go to what's the guy, King James, the actual King James. He talked about how he had tutors. You know, he would just go see different tutors all day. That was as a boy. You know, he knew like 9 different languages, science, culture. Like, you gotta get cultivated, then you can get the inheritance, so you know how to maintain the inheritance. You know.
you keep going. You on 1 Peter 4 and 12.
First Peter 4.
What do you have though?
And verse 9, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
Let's keep going.
And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Right, Israel portion. Who make up Israel? The so-called Negroes, Blacks, Spanish, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and wherever Israel been scattered to, across the 4 winds of the earth, the spirit goes back to Israel. Like the kingdom of heaven for us. But guess what? We gotta fight for. We gotta go through that straight and narrow path. You know? You jump to 12? No, keep going. We down to
All right, I got a quick one.
go ahead.
Hey, this is Revelation 3 and 21. To him that overcome.
Right, to him that overcomes, right, to him that get the victory. And guess what? You believe in Yahweh, we already got the victory, man. Cause the Lord said he you know, 1 Corinthians 15 chapter, he already won. You know, we just wait on it to be manifested, man. You know, like as you saw the elect getting crowned, second as the 2nd chapter, with palms in their hand. So the elect already got the victory. We just waiting on it to be manifested, though, man.
So it's safe to say, in the spirit, when you read that scripture, you have to actually see yourself receiving that crown from Yahweh. That's motivation.
Come on.
You know? It's, Revelation 3 and 21. To him that overcome will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne.
Man, that's heavy. You know, and that's why Yahweh Shah known what the author and finisher of our faith. Going back to the author, going to what pioneer. You know, he overcame the flesh. You know, he had to show the strength. You know, he had to stay and carry, he had to stick to the script. You know, when Pilate, from the time that, you know, Pilate, you know, Jake and them came and grabbed him up, okay, he had to stick to the script. That's why he became silent, because he knew, okay, I gotta close out. You know, now it's time to close out. So we have to overcome to receive, partake in the glory, all right, that he has received from the Father, man, because he, like I say, he overcame.
Like it's 4 quarters now,
Yeah.
2 minutes, so we gotta close it out.
It's time to close out. Hey, because pretty much, just like his ministry was done, and then he had to go through what he go through, then he was glorified. Like, we're going to go through that same thing. Like, when the famine of the word, when they shut the words down, we're going to be done teaching. Now it's just going to be, there ain't nothing to talk about. Now it's just time to close out.
What's the hold fast to what they asked you? You still in Revelation?
Yeah, y'all can get it back with some.
Go ahead, Revelation get 3 and 11.
3 and 11?
Yeah.
Revelation 3 and 11. I said, behold, I come
Let's
quick.
start at 10.
Revelation 3 and 10, because you have kept the word of my patience, I also will keep you from the hour of temptation.
And you gotta believe in it. The Lord said He's gonna keep us from the hour of temptation. The Lord is not gonna allow His elect to take the chawakma, man. You see? He said, I reserved to myself 7,000 men They should not bow the knee to the image of Baal, man.
Yep,
You see?
that's right.
So the Most High, Yahweh Messiah, will keep his elect safe. You know? Go ahead.
Which shall come on all the world.
Right, the hour of temptation, the Chawak being made mandatory. We seeing that now, man. You know, with this Roe versus Wade, that, you know, not to get off topic, but hey, we here. You know, the hour of temptation is coming fastly, man. We in June too. Go ahead.
To try them that dwell on the earth.
What, to try them? Try what? Their faith, their integrity.
Yep,
To who go stand stiffly for his name's sake, man.
yep.
Go ahead.
Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which you have.
Right, hold that fast to what they has. You know, the family word. Hold fast to what they have, which is what? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man.
Mhm.
Your crown, go ahead.
That no man take your crown.
But that no man take that crown, man.
Mhm.
Because that wisdom, knowledge will be the stability of that times, man. So you gotta close out. You see? We going through the hour of temptation. Hold fast to what that has, man.
Yeah, because you don't want Yahweh Shah to take you out the game and replace you with another player because we're so close. You know what I'm saying? In the end of the fourth quarter.
Right. You know, you gotta sit down on the bench.
Right.
You know, everybody gotta be active, man.
That's right.
You can't
bro.
be idle.
Yeah.
You know, what's they on laboring for their penny,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
You got it.
Nick Anderson. What you talking about?
Man, yeah, bro.
You don't want that legacy. That's his legacy now. Like when my first time hearing about him, that's what I heard.
See?
Like it don't matter about the good things. Pretty much, your good works is a race if you don't close out. You know, if you don't close out, it's like all your achievements before your failure don't even matter anymore.
That's right,
man.
Yeah. That's when about it. You know, when a righteous man turn and do wickedness, you know, or you take your hand from the plow, all your works forgot about, man.
And your righteousness.
Man,
That's right, bro. That's
That's-
just
that's
what the
it.
brother said, yeah.
Yup.
Then you have a spiritual example, then, you know, and the carnal example of it.
Yeah, like a yard done.
Yeah,
Like y'all done got a hell of a highlight reel.
you do.
You know, if you just go to the
Yeah.
street teaching, man.
Coming off the pigs,
Yeah.
driving to the home, dunking.
But what is his legacy now, man? You know, so we don't want to be there,
That's
man.
right, bro.
You know,
That's right. Move back in second Ezra, bro.
Yeah, we 12 and jump to 18.
All right, verse 12. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are
It's
but.
the interest of this world made sorrow. You see,
Mhm.
full of travail.
That's right.
You see,
Full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil,
you see.
full of perils and very painful.
Wait, this society now, this world now, but it's our light affliction is but for a moment. You see,
Mm-hmm.
you jump to 18.
Verse 18. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things.
Right, the righteous, the elect will suffer the straight things,
That's
man.
right.
You
That's
see,
right.
because we all got to go through it. Revelation 3 and 10. Everybody got to be tried on the earth, whether
Yeah.
small or great, rich or poor. Everybody got to be tried. But the righteous shall suffer straight things. Go ahead.
And hope for
And
why?
what's the why? The kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
You see?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things.
So now what? Everybody got to suffer the straight things. You see? The 2/3 of our people, they're going to suffer the our temptation, the famine, the chaos. You see? Go ahead.
Yeah. And yet shall not see the why.
And then that's the difference between the elect and the wicked. You see?
Yeah.
The wicked, they're going to suffer the straight things because we all going through. We all in the world. You see? So the wicked, they're going to suffer the straight things and yet should not see the why. It's what? The salvation, the kingdom of heaven.
Mhm.
But they're going to come back in the kingdom of heaven, though, in Hebrew Huggies, you know? But we going to see the why, though, man, at the end of this, man. Because we had put our trust and our hope in Yahweh Shemashah. You know? We got it.
and they First Peter.
Right.
All right, this book of First Peter, chapter 4, verse 12.
Yep.
Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you,
Right.
as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Like on temptation, we say you come to the Lord, prepare your mind for temptation. So back 2 and 1. And temptation can come in many forms, man. You know?
And you can't be offended by the cup. You
Yeah.
know, whatever cup we gotta drink, we can't be offended, man.
It says strange. Anything can happen. You know, a flat tire, lose a wallet. You know, anything can happen. You know, that part of your cup, your legacy. Go ahead.
Or the times you're going into, man, you know, you might get shipped off to Guantanamo Bay somewhere, man. You're like, God damn. You know, but that's part of the cup. The reason what make the cup go down easy is what, man, the hope in the hereafter. Okay, if I do this, I can. If I endure this, I'm about to rule with your house shot.
Oh, man,
That's gonna be the, you know, the thing that's gonna keep us saying, okay, if I endure this, I rule with your house shot. This it. You know.
You keep going. What 13 said?
All right. This verse 13 said, but rejoice in as much as you are partakers of your house suffering.
It said, but rejoice. Whatever brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Rejoice. Romans 8 and 18, right? You know?
1 Peter 4 and 13.
Yep.
It said, but rejoice in so much as you have partakers, as ye are partakers of your house suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Come on, man. So we be joint heirs with your house shine. You see? And that's plain. He said, better for you to suffer for well doing than of evil doers, man. If you suffering, hey, that's a blessing, man.
I got something for you.
Go ahead.
For fiery trials,
Strong's G 4451. Purosis. Purosis.
all right, and it goes into, according to outline of biblical usage, the burning by which metals are roasted and reduced. And who's the metals? The elect, right? B, by a figure drawn from a refiner's fire.
Refiner's fire.
Right.
You know, and that's gonna be the affliction.
Yeah.
Because in this affliction, we're gonna be molded more in the image of your house shot.
That's right.
You know, it's gonna be through this suffering.
Yeah.
You know.
And last one, B1, calamities or trials that test the character.
That test the character. Because everybody that walks got to be tried by fire. What is it about gold, hay,
Yeah.
silver,
Yeah.
plaster, whatever. Your work's going to be tried by fire, man.
Yeah.
You see, you
Brothers
want
you
your
teach.
you want your works to endure the fire, though, man. You know?
And it's Romans 8 and 18.
Yeah.
For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in you.
Well, you can't compare the suffering now to everlasting life. Because this life gonna be like a dream, gonna be like a nightmare in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know? And I got one too. This Hebrews 12:1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith.
Yeah, because if I can add, it said greater cloud of witnesses. You know, because pretty much we're on center stage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the spiritual realm is looking into, you know, the brothers is fighting, man. The believers is fighting. You know, so it's like, hey, we surrounded by a greater cloud of witnesses, man. Everyone is looking to see how we're going to perform, you know, in this time, man.
Yeah.
You know,
The Heavenly Father, Yahushua looking.
everybody, even Esau, cause he was like, I'm gonna see what they about. You know,
Wisdom Solomon.
our people, they out there teaching. You know, we out there teaching. Everybody on YouTube is looking and say, we're gonna see what's gonna be the end of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're gonna be on center stage, man.
Like Stephen, when he was thrown on stone, you know, he saw the clouds open. He saw Yahushua, you know, looking down.
And how Shah stood up.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he was well pleased at Steve.
It said, look unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith.
And then the brother just broke down the author in the Greek when he paraphrased the scripture, and then finishing the Greek goes into like the highest example of our faith.
Yep.
Hence the captain of our salvation.
He said, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is sit down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High.
And when you go into that Greek term for right, it means a place of authority.
Yep.
You know, which is Yahushua is held in such high esteem.
Right.
And that's why he's going to be the tallest in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
Because it's his kingdom. And rightfully so for what he did for not only himself, but for us as well.
The highest ranking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this in the NLT. Hebrews 12:2 NLT. We do this by keeping our eyes on Yahushua, the champion who initiated and perfects our faith.
And then a definition of a champion is a man, right? Man means champion. Can I bring out a
Go
quick
ahead, go ahead.
Hey,
Yeah, been a champion. Though.
yeah, yep. Hey, this is 1 Kings,
Right.
2 and verse 1. Now the days of David drew near that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be you strong, therefore, and show yourself a man.
Go ahead.
Now, when you go into that term man, it's what? Strong's H376, a yash, which means man and a champion. So how do you become a champion? By winning a reward. But you have to fight the battle in order to receive the reward.
Yep.
Right? So that's why King David told King Solomon what he told him. Basically, he said, keep the law, statutes, and the commandments to the best of your ability. Fight the good fight of faith.
Yep.
You know?
So be a champion. Be a fighter.
Be a fighter.
You know.
A soldier.
He executed that perfectly as Yahushua.
He did. He
He
did.
executed that perfectly.
That's right.
So at 4:21. But let me finish this in the NLT. Back in Hebrews 12:2 in the NLT, we do this by keeping our eyes on Yahushua, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith because of the joy awaiting him. He endured the cross, disregarding its shame. Now he is seated in the place of honor beside the Most High throne.
There you go. Place of honor.
And shame is gonna be something heavy because Esau, even when he really demonized the truth, you know, people that we was cool with, okay, they're gonna have a disdain for us, man. You know, it's gonna be a hell of a feeling like, you know, you're gonna be going, because you might be in a situation where pretty much, okay, you know, you're a likable guy at work.
Yeah.
You know, people cool with you, and you know, you look bars and stuff that you go to. You know, people decent with you, but then it's gonna flip. It's gonna be a shame.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's gonna be a shame because Esau through those enchantments is gonna demonize the ministry. You gotta think about it. This man made the earth hate Putin in 1 week.
That's right.
Yeah.
They don't even know this nigga, man.
That's right.
They don't even know this guy.
That's right.
They don't know the storyline that built up to him doing what he did, but the news made people, okay, hate this man.
Mm-hmm.
How much more us?
That's right, bro.
And it's how I said, you shall be hated, all right,
Yep.
by all men.
That's right.
How's that? Well, that goddamn media,
That's
man.
it, bro.
Yep.
And that's what persecute means, to be chased, to be pursued.
Yep.
Also, like you saying,
Yeah.
the media,
Yep.
the fucking media, man.
And demonized, blackball.
When that happen, ain't gonna be no going to, you know, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hell
and-
no.
You know, that shit gonna be done. And, you know, grocery stores.
Yeah.
Nah, you ain't gonna do all that, man.
Yep.
You know?
But the Lord said, well, he despised the shame.
Yeah.
But so get that really quick. So Act 4:21.
And you be walking around French Quarter and shit.
It's Sirach 4:21.
Well, read that.
Alright, for there is a shame that brings sin,
For there's a shame that bringeth sin. Go ahead.
and there is shame which glory and grace.
And there's a shame which is glory and grace. So we got to despise the shame and we want the glory. You want the kingdom of heaven. Unless you fight, you know. But you got to fight, you know, to win the victory, man. You know. And that's what it is. Right.
The 2 Timothy 2:11.
Nah.
Alright, it is a favorite saying, for we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer,
Now, it said we be dead with him,
That's right.
which means what? Dead to the society. We're not moved by these things that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, the things that make people, you know, sorrow in this society make us rejoice.
That's right.
Because we're dead to this shit. We're
Yeah.
dead to the economy.
Mm-hmm.
When we're down having the Bitcoin,
That's
the
right.
cryptocurrency,
That's
none of that shit, man. Okay, we don't care about the NFL trades and draft. You know, we discuss these things
Yeah.
on entertainment purpose, but as far as we're being moved or that changes our mood because this person got traded, like who
Yeah.
gives a damn? We're dead to that shit. But then it said we're dead with him, we shall live with him.
That's
And
right.
that means that's going into a lifestyle.
That's right.
We're gonna live like he's gonna live.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. That's
Because he
it.
prayed to the Father,
That's
look,
right.
where I am, let them be there also.
Yeah.
They talking about rank and authority, man.
It's
Okay?
the glory.
Yeah, so we're dead to this. We're gonna live with him.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead.
If we suffer, we shall also reign with him.
Yep.
If we deny him, he will also deny us.
That's it.
Hey, with that, I hope you was edified, you know, through Spirit by Yahweh Shai. So once again, we want to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Chakadash. The honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone, teaching well, peace and love to the elect, that shall walk.
Shalom.
Come on, Shalom.
Shalom.
Uh,